How are you selling a lot of metal when you just said that the store is not launched yet? God, I'm confused. What is he talking about? Wow, you guys. Oh, I've been watching a few update videos on the at cost metals scam, and allegedly it's a scam in my opinion. Apparently this video that I'm about to share with you is like supposed to be one of the last updates after the soft launch that they've been doing for, oh god, I don't know how long, like 6 plus months. A 6 month pre-launch? Yo, what are we doing? They have enrolled a lot of people in this pre-launch, and what truly cracks me up is that their website for at cost metals still, like, there's only one page that shows up with anything that doesn't say coming soon. If you go to their about page, it says coming soon. Like if you go to like how it works, it says coming soon. Like the only thing you can look at is like the list of the precious metals and like what they would cost if you were to buy them through at cost metals, I guess. I think it's funny that like they're this deep into the pre-launch, the website's still not completely fulfilled, they can't answer a lot of questions. All they're doing is talking about how you can make a bunch of money if you recruit people into this. But let's see what they have to say for this last update. And again, before we get started, everything that I say in this video is my opinion, but it is based on my experience in MLMs and my understanding of scams and cult-like tactics and that type of like lingo or however you want to say it. But yeah, that is how I formed these opinions, and we are going to talk about how I believe that at cost metals is truly a scam and you shouldn't invest your money in this company. So let's go.
And the vision of Justin. Antoine is a seasoned veteran in the industry, building huge teams and is a hands on leader. And he is a gregarious speaker that the others emulate. If this is your first time here, be prepared to get fired up. So, without further ado, please let me introduce you to the dynamic,
Let's
the
get fired
charismatic, the
up.
legendary Antoine McBay. Take it away, Antoine.
Hi, Don. Thank you so very much. I really, oh my God, I appreciate the value that you bring to the At Cost Metals family. I mean, you make things so easy when I'm doing these presentations. I don't know what I would do without you. So I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. So I'm appreciative. Thank you. And for all the guests, man, thank you so much for giving your time. You know, the most precious commodity there is, the most valuable commodity, that's your time. I'm not here to hold it long. I'm not here to be long winded. And I think it's important that you understand this is not one of these sales pitch. We're not here to sell you or pitch you anything. We're just simply here to educate you on who At Cost Metals is, what we're doing, how we're doing it. So you're being in the best position to make an educated decision for you and your family. I think it's important that you
I bet you are trying to sell me something. Who wants to put it down there that he's gonna be like, oh, get in touch with the person who put you here or whatever, and we'll get you enrolled or whatever they normally say in MLMs.
understand we only do two things. We show people how to save money by trading fake money for real money, and we show people how to make money. And that's an option. Some people are getting involved only to save money. They're not interested in the business, they're not interested in making any money, and that's okay. But some
What I love about this, so the part where he says he's probably going to get into it more, but like spoiler alert, since I have done a video on at cost metals in the first place, so if you want to go to that one, I'll link it up in the corner, right there for you guys to check out. But they talk about how paper money, like current money, is like worthless basically, and he refers to it as fake money, and that you should be exchanging it for gold bars and silver bars, right? And all this other stuff, there all the terms for it that you allegedly can buy at cost here. And that I just think it's funny because I remember one of the things that I had brought up the first time I figured I saw this company as a thing is like I can't just like give my landlord a gold bar and be like, here's rent. Like, why am I exchanging my money for that? Like, I guess if you want to make gold a long-term investment, sure, absolutely. Like, buy it from wherever you're going to buy it from. I do know that people do that. It's not that like investing in precious metals isn't a thing. I understand that it is. It's just that this one has an MLM attached to it. And it's just ironic to me that you would have to if you choose to not recruit people and run the business that way, which I would remind you, you would be making checks of fake money, you would have to exchange the gold that you bought back to them or somewhere in exchange for fake money to pay your rent. So I guess I just don't like the fact that it's like some sort of like threatening the US dollar and that it's worthless, but like literally if you are truly like having a hard time making money right now and you're looking for a side business and that's how you ended up here, like that money is valuable to you. That's how I pay my bills. So like regardless of whatever you're going to do for a long-term investment, a lot of times people that are getting into this stuff, they're talking about making millions and getting financial freedom right now, and that's just not what this is. Okay, rant over. Let's get back to Antoine.
People are driving Uber, they're working two jobs, which, and quite frankly, are for two people, and they're looking for a little extra. And, you know, you couldn't have a better business than gold and silver and simply working from home, taking advantage of tax advantages. Let me share something with you. Most people don't understand the difference between currency, money, and fiat. Here is three $100 bills. Okay, some of y'all can see that. Okay, there it is right there. That's fiat, right? That's US dollar. Oh my goodness, I got a whole lot of Vietnam Dom. This is a $50,000 bill here, a Vietnam Dom. I got a whole bunch of them. So this is millions of dollars, right? A Vietnam Dom. And then you got the yen. This is $1,000 bill of yen, right? So there's $3,000 in yen right here. All right. This is paper. Listen to me. It's paper. Paper, this US dollar at one time used to be backed by this gold, right? Now it's no longer backed by gold. It's just simply paper, which means all of us should be diversifying a portion of our portfolio into this precious metal, gold and silver. This is what we should diversify portion of our portfolio.
What does he mean like money used to be backed by gold? That like gold is worth money or you can exchange because you can if somebody knows what that means, I'm not super educated in that. Money being backed by gold, I mean you can exchange money for gold and you can exchange gold for money. So I guess I'm not seeing what that means. I mean, the paper dollar still has value. Yeah, it might be less over time because of inflation, but like we still need it. And maybe not, maybe it's all digital. And I know the world is freaking out, like it's all digital money, so the government has full control over blah blah blah. Politics and all that aside, like we still need it. Like it's still that's the currency that we use here. So that's just is what it is.
Photo in. Why? Because the US dollar is doing this, inflation is doing this. So, from a calculated risk perspective, what can we do to hedge against inflation? This is why you need to be diversifying a portion of your portfolio into this asset. So, let me share my screen. I'm going to get right to it. I think it's important that you understand that we are living in a time where most people, their head is in the sand. They don't understand what's going on around them. Their life is like a merry-go-round where they keep on getting off where they got on. So their week this week is going to be like last week. For the next 30 minutes, I'm going to ask if you can just take your head out of the everyday life of things. Understand what's going on around you so that you can understand why you need to be diversifying into this asset class. Success leaves clues. I've always said this. Here's a clue from CNN Business, December 16, 2023. Costco's hottest item isn't rotisserie chicken. It's been replaced. That's right. Food has been replaced by $2,000 gold bars. And they had a limit. You couldn't buy more than 3, and they sold out of them. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Costco's, it's a huge warehouse about the length of a football field that sells everything from tennis shoes to rotisserie chicken to 2,000.
For those of you, you had your head in the sand, so of course you wouldn't know what Costco is. But like, I love that the source of this, like, I in the last presentation I watched, he pulled up this source and he doesn't like explain anything besides the headline. So like using a headline for a source that's 6 months old, like come on, dude.
$1,000 gold bars. And you have to be a member in order to shop there. But here's another clue. Why Costco's is selling gold bars and silver coins. This was March 7th, 2024. That's what we're going to talk about. Another clue. Central banks are buying gold at record pace so far in 2023. I'm willing to bet they break a record in 2024. So consumers are putting their money in the bank, but yet the banks are taking the money and they're buying gold. That's a clue. Yahoo Finance, April 3rd, 2024. Gold prices tick up. Silver reaches a 2-year high. We're talking about what you can do from a calculated risk perspective based on what's going on in the market today. Let's take a look at some statements from some experts. You got a U.S. Congressman, Dr. Ron Paul, that says inflation is a very simple concept to understand. More money, what? Equals less value. The author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, silver may be the best possible way to build wealth. What's interesting is these quotes are at least 20 years old, but they're probably.
So, like, do I get to invest in a bunch of silver and be like, and one, figure out where the fuck to store those gigantic bars, and then when I go to buy a house, be like, here you go. Like, are we gonna start using gold and silver as currency now? Like, again, I get it. You can like exchange it, but just the whole thing about he's like demonizing cash when the ultimate reality is like the value still has to go up of that gold and silver. And then ultimately, if you want to use it, you have to exchange it for the fake money. So it's like, it's not like, it's just so dumb. Just it's the way he's talking about it that drives me nuts. And again, absolutely okay with investing in silver and gold if that's where you want to do to diversify your portfolio and all that stuff. But after this, he's going to get into the part where you can, he's talking about how this is you making money, right? That you're making money by investing and diversifying your portfolio, right? And then he'll explain to us the way you can make money by recruiting other people to do this. So it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the way he's presenting the information, and it's just gross because he'll spend a small amount of time on this, and then he's going to get into the pyramid scheme part. And it's like, why can't we just leave the pyramid scheme part out of it, you know?
Truer today than ever before. So let's talk more about the company at Cost Metals. Brand new company, but extremely seasoned ownership and management. This is not their first rodeo. They have extensive experience in the precious metals space. And we're offering true at cost price.
How can you be a brand new company and have extensive experience in the space? I guess the people that own the company could have extensive experience in the space, which they do. They have had another company just like this, and it got shut down for being a pyramid scheme. And I talked about that in my other video because it was on the Behind MLM website. So yeah, that's just like, one, it's a contradicting statement. And two, if you're going to say the owners of this company are the ones that have the experience, they have experience scamming people, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many others. So that's why, like, there's just so many red flags here.
Pricing on precious metal and bullion. Let's talk reasons why this is so timely. This is going to help you understand why the numbers at Costco's. Global uncertainty. It pretty much dictates the necessity of a stable store value. I'm sure we can all agree we're living in times where there's some global uncertainty. Number two, oh my goodness, inflation is clearly winning this war. It's not getting any better, in my opinion. It's only going to get worse. Number three, globally, the housing market has been affected. Grocery prices are not sustainable. Number four, central banks, they're all printing money at unprecedented rates. Number five, paper currency is going digital, whether you believe it or not. One of the biggest threats to the US dollar is BRICS. If you don't know what that is, again, take your head out of the sand for a moment, go to YouTube and type in what is BRICS and watch a 3 to 5 minute video so it can explain to you what's going on. And of course, you got Fed now. And then, of course, the lasting effects of COVID, which has severely affected supply chains. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are not opinions. These are facts.
I guess I'm going to have to look up what BRICS is because I guess my head has been in the sand too. But again, let's just keep watching until he gets to the real gross part of this whole thing.
So one, political views, nationality, or religion. So let's talk why precious metal. You know, she shared with you how I've been living on crypto, been the president of a cryptocurrency company, crypto company, and I've been living on crypto for the past 6 years, my wife and I. 100%. No fiat in the bank, none. None. We'll be at the grocery store, and my wife is looking at the digital portfolio to determine what to sell to pay for the groceries. Because in Vietnam, you can go, once you sell the crypto goes right to your bank, and you can go transfer from bank to bank at the grocery store in a matter of seconds.
So, you're not paying for it with the crypto then. You're selling the crypto so you can get digital money in this case into your bank account. To it's just like the way he just demonizes the money thing, but then still actively needs to use it is kind of just silly to me.
We've been doing that for 5 years in Vietnam. So gold and silver is new to us. But you know what?
Also, I could see how if like you're in Vietnam, like or another country or something that if you're in a country that's not native to yourself, and I feel like I guess like living off of digital currency or cryptocurrency might be a little bit easier because on your phone you can track it as like whatever and you can see the transform, and then you wouldn't have paper money that you would have to withdraw and then exchange at like an exchange rate or an exchange place or whatever to get the money that they take there and count it and all that. So like I guess that would make sense to me in that situation to have. I see how that's easier to use in those situations, but I don't know, man. I can't with this guy.
It holds real tangible value. It's not as volatile. It's not as volatile as crypto. And you know what else? It's time tested. Unlike some people's mindset when it comes to crypto, some people don't trust crypto. But guess what they trust? Gold and silver, which is real money. And it is by far the best product that hedges against inflation, which we know is clearly winning this war.
It's not money. It's worth money. It's not real money. It's just worth real money. See how now it's real money and not fake money? Does this guy even like hear himself when he talks?
It's easily explainable. Even children know that it's good to have gold and silver. And it's pretty stable during times of uncertainty like right now. So let's talk about the business model. We develop relationships with the largest market makers in bullion and numismatic coins, the fourth and fifth largest in the world. And we own all of our software. We're not outsourcing anything. We're not going to charge you a monthly fee for a website. The company gives it to us for free. We sell precious metal and bullion at cost to our customers, which are our members. It's all in our name. Let's talk about the products. We're going to offer the exact same coins and bars as Costco's and any other major gold and silver retailer, but at cost. The American Eagle, the Buffalo, the Morgans, the Peace, the Canadian Maple Leafs, the South African Cougaran, your generic bars and coins, your Inglehart, your Johnson Matthey, and so much more. We provide transparency on the website. You can go to atcostmetals.com/product. If you're doing so from a mobile phone, make sure when you see.
Okay, that's fine. So that's what I was saying. Like, this is the one thing that they actually like explain, like they show on the website that you can see what you would be buying it for. So if you want to do your own research and find out if it's like that much cheaper than Costco to buy these metals through here. However, it is not free to buy metals from here. So let's keep that in mind. So what is the difference in the price? I guess it truly depends on how much fake money you have to invest in this situation, whether it would actually be worth it for you. And I bet a lot of people are not going to do the math. They're going to see all this flashy stuff and they're going to be like, oh my God, that's a good deal, when they truly won't have enough money to invest in the gold and silver in a way where, like, if you're saving basic math, so say the membership costs $100, he'll get into the pricing or whatever, but say the membership costs $100, but then the at cost savings, or allegedly the at cost savings isn't like cheaper than that, or it is like $100 cheaper, but then you only have enough money to buy it at that cost, if that makes sense. I mean, I guess this is going to turn into like a sunk cost fallacy thing or something, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm using that wrong. But it's just, I think for a lot of people that are watching this, they're feeling that desperation and the hard times, and they're falling for this because this guy is explaining it in such a way that it's truly going to help them, when it's like, now you're going to invest in something before you pay off your debt. And usually you want to work on paying off your debt first before you begin investing in other things for that growth, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to end your debt cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all my opinion. This is not like real financial advice or anything. This is just like, I mean, I've watched a lot of financial advice because I'm trying to figure out what the best way for me to move forward is, especially planning a wedding and student loans and all that. And like, this is the information that I'm seeing, and that makes sense to me more than what this guy is saying. That's all I'm trying to convey here, that even if investing in precious metals is a good way to go, let's do it at the right time. But this guy's going to tell you the time is now because they're in pre-launch, but the time is now, and joining this in pre-launch is for the part where you recruit people, and it's an MLM. That's why you would want to get in early so you can make it to the top of the pyramid. So yeah, and we'll see now that, even in the pre-launch and people not truly buying all these products and stuff, that they're rising in the ranks in the companies and in the company, and they haven't even fully launched yet. So it's like, again, it's
The
gross.
metal, you tap on the metal so it open up. It will show you the at cost metals member buy price. It will show you the buyback price if everything stayed the same and you kept the metal in the vault and you want to sell it immediately. And it also shows you spot price, which is a variable that fluctuates in real time based on what's going on in the market. We provide that type of transparency. And what's the big deal? What's the difference between dealer direct versus at cost? Well, if you buy from a dealer, you are buying dealer direct. But that has no bearing on the price that you pay. Just refers to who sold it to you. At cost means the price the dealer pays is the same price the member pays. It's all in the name, at cost metal. At the time the company put together this presentation, they did a price comparison on the most purchased.
Aren't there other people out there that probably sell like metals at cost that like you would turn into jewelry or something? That's just a random thought that I had, but I'm sure he's not the only company. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know.
Coin in the world, which happens to be a single silver eagle. Some of our competitors are priced anywhere from $29.90 per coin, $31.54. Some of your big gold and silver online retailers, $31.01, $31.24. At cost metals, $26.48. That's
Okay, so you're saving like $3 on a coin. And depending on how much you want to invest, again, he's going to give us the prices of the membership to invest in that. And depending on how much money you can sit down and budget per year to actually put into this investment, that will determine if this is worth it for you or not. Just this beginning part.
savings of 12.4 to 18% on the exact same metal. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you pay 18% more for your gas, 18% more for your groceries when you have the ability to get?
I live in California, so yeah. And a lot of times with gas, like I kind of just, this is just me. When I need gas, I just go to the first one. I don't open up the apps and find the place that has the cheapest gas. Like I need gas, I put gas in my car. It's just what I do.
It at cost. Let's talk about the DAP vault. We're in soft launch right now, which means there's so much to come within at cost metals. And this is one of the most powerful features that's coming very, very soon. The ability for consumers to buy precious metals incrementally. This means you can buy gold and silver, like $5 worth, $10 worth of gold or silver, $30 worth of gold or silver. You can really get in where your budget fits in and accumulate the metal at your own pace the way it should be. All of the metal you purchase is yours and it's tracked like 0.001 of an ounce, and it will be displayed on your metals page that you can control from your mobile device or your PC. All of the metal you purchase is yours and it's physically held in a DAP vault. Now, if you want to cash out, you simply click a button and you can sell your fractional metal, and immediately your dashboard will reflect the sell amount. You can then use that money to purchase the physical money, push a button and have it shipped, or you can simply withdraw those funds by via ACH. The choice is yours. And speaking of vaults, it's one of the most economical way to service our customers. Highest ranked rated vaulting company. Each facility is constructed with impenetrable walls and internal barriers.
I need to see pictures of these vaults. And then this just like makes me feel like there has to be like unlimited space, like there has to be an unlimited amount, because they're not going to tell people, oh no, we're full, we can only have so many people in here with this vault situation. Like the first time I saw something like that, they were talking about how you would keep it in a safe at home. And then now all of a sudden they have this crazy vault where you never actually see the stuff you're investing, even though it is a physical investment. They're putting it in a vault for you and they're like, yeah, it's physical in this vault, but like you never see it. I don't know. That's just like freaking weird, yo.
Guess what? All customers' precious metals are held as bailment and not as a deposit or consignment, offering protection because assets cannot be seized to pay depository debts. Strict proven process to ensure customers' precious metals deposits are secure. Investors' data is what? Kept private to ensure discreet confidential treatment on all aspects of customers' accounts, also maintaining all risks, including insurance, as well as additional policies which covers acts of terrorism. Strict inventory control, real-time reporting available 24/7, expedient processing of shipment, fully insured delivery, international delivery, custom clearance. We're talking about a network of vaults that's owned by the suppliers. And this is where countries store pallets of gold and silver. And if it's safe enough for countries to store their gold and silver, it's safe enough for people like you and I. And it's very, very affordable, anywhere from 0.45% of the account value to as much as 0.60% of the account value. So how much is the membership? Well, there's only 2 membership offerings.
So then if the value's going up and down, my price to hold it there is going up and down. It's not like I get like if you would have more, then you would need to pay more because you need more space. But when it's a percentage of the value, which will, even if you don't buy more, the price to hold it there will increase, even though you're not needing more space. And that's obviously how this I wonder if that's just an option, or like if they make you do that now that they have worked with these people, these across the countries or whatever. But like shouldn't it just be like a storage unit? Like, I want it to be this big, so I'm gonna pay this amount of money. Like, I don't know. That's just how I think it should be. But this is just an opinion, and my opinion doesn't matter. Or maybe it does. I don't know. You're here for it.
So we've got what I call the best choice, which is the Metals Plus package. It's $399. What do you get for $399? You will receive 18 months of unlimited at cost pricing of physical precious metals and bullion. You also receive access to our specialty collectible products that are priced below retail. And you also gain access to the DAP trading vault, which allows for fractional purchasing, which is an additional $200 value. And the company is going to include, almost like gifting you, with 3 perfectly graded MS-70 numismatic silver coins. You get 3 of them. They're NGC certified. They have the QR code on it that once you receive them, you can scan the QR code to check the authenticity of the coin. It will show you the serial number of your coin and a picture front and back of your coin. That's one membership. And then we have a second membership, which is the metals package, $149. What do you get for $149? You receive 12 months of unlimited at-cost pricing of physical precious metal and bullion. You also receive access to the specialty collectible products priced below retail, and also access to the DAP trading vault, which allows for fractional purchasing. Again, a $200 value that is all included in the $149.
I look at the math here, and like the other one is a year and a half for $400. And then, yeah, it comes with the 3 silver coins, whatever. But then the other one is a year for less than half of that. Why wouldn't I do the year? And knowing that I can like make up for the $150 of investing in the at cost based on what my savings would be if I calculate that and break that down. Because if you're only saving like $2 a coin, based on what he was showing earlier, it was like $26 for the coin. If it's all just only saving a couple dollars, you'd have to invest a lot to make up for that $400 that you're paying for the membership. And so you would have to still invest a lot to get to the $150, but then after a year you can pay $150 again. So you get 2 years for $300 instead of a year and a half for $400. I guess I'm not understanding the math other than the fact that you get the 3 silver coins. I guess I'd have to see how much those are worth. But again, that's a lot of money. I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it to me, is all. You're not really getting it at cost because you have to pay to get it at cost. So it's just not, the math isn't there for me.
These are the only 2 membership offerings. Once the membership expires, you can choose to renew if you want, or you can simply walk away. And right now, because we are in soft launch, we are receiving what I call grace. In other words, the time clock on the membership has not started ticking yet, because we're in soft launch. So there are so many members taking advantage of that, and they're buying a ton of gold and silver at cost, below retail pricing, before the membership time clock even begins to start ticking. Now, this is a picture of a bar, a 10-ounce silver bar. This is a 100-ounce silver bar.
What? So you get a membership, but since the company hasn't officially launched yet, you could start buying at cost now, but your membership hasn't started yet. Oh God, I don't. What?
That I'm holding that I showed you in the video. Okay. That's a 10 ounce. And he just shared where he bought the bar from Costco's. His out of pocket price was $3.48. He bought a bar, a 10 ounce from At Cost Metals, and his out of pocket price was $2.97. That includes the shipping to his home. So he saved 14% on that one purchase. Now, what if someone buys 10 bars, 20 bars, 50 bars, 100 bars? Do you understand what I'm talking about? A savings is a savings is a savings. And Costco's, according to CBS.
Right, but that's like what, 53, 50, 56. I'm trying to do math. That's $56 that you saved, and you only have like $200 to $500 like to invest in this yearly. Because if you're struggling in today's economy, you probably don't, you're probably in debt. You're probably not investing in these things because that's expensive. So in order to make up for that gap of what you would pay for the membership, you only have a year, and you would have to spend let's call it $300. You would have to spend like $900 from at cost metals in order to make that $150 worth it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I pay $150, but now I have to make sure I have $1,000 this year to set aside for investments. Like, people aren't going to think of this, and that's what I'm here trying to tell you, that if investing in gold and precious metals is what you want to do, like, and this company is coming on your radar, like, look at this. If you just want to buy like one silver bar a year from Costco, and that's how you're going to invest, and you're just going to invest over time, like a year or every 6 months or something, that's going to be more worth it to you, because otherwise you're going to lose money on this membership that you're being a part of.
News, April 10th, 2024, is selling up to $200 million a month in gold and silver. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Global uncertainty and inflation that's clearly winning the war. And these individuals have done the numbers. They understand.
It's just so much fear mongering. Like it'll be okay. It might not be okay, but it just relax, okay?
They're trading fake money for real money. So they're diversifying a portion of their portfolio. And guess what? You should be doing the same.
So yeah, there he goes with calling it fake money. But then if I need to pay my rent, I need to exchange my real money for fake money. It's not real money if you can't. Yeah, you get it. I've said this already.
We have more than 9,000 members.
There it is,
that
9,000.
understand the numbers, that have enrolled to become members at Cost Metals. The question is, will you? Now, I'm going to talk very briefly about those who may want to choose to leverage this as a business. If you're looking to be a customer, I've just shared with you where you can save on your precious metal, gold, and silver. You can buy all you want at cost with no limits, like at Costco's, which had limits, and you choose your membership. And right now, the time clock has not even begun to start on that membership yet. You're receiving grace because you're getting started during our soft launch period. So there's nothing else for you to do but simply get back with the person that invited you and decide what membership you choose. Now I want to talk to those who say, I want to leverage this as a business. Because if it makes sense to you, guess what? It's going to make sense to someone that you know.
So we're at 19 minutes of it. So we're less than halfway through. The whole video is 50 minutes long. So the next, why can't I math right now? The next half hour plus is going to be, he's spending more time on presenting the recruiting part than he is on the actual like buy the metals part. That's already sus to me.
Now, it is a real business. There's no guarantees of income here. If we go and open up a restaurant tomorrow and we invest $70,000.
It's a real business. There's no guarantee you'll make money. Say that again and think about it, okay? I mean, yes, every business, there's not a guarantee you'll make money. But, I mean, there's pretty good odds if you have a good, solid business plan, you know you'll make money. This business structure is not a good business plan. This business structure is very inconsistent, and you most likely will not make money on this business structure. But if you open a restaurant and you have done it right and you have a solid business plan, you most definitely will make money. Okay? Okay.
$1,000, and that's being lowballed on opening up a restaurant. There's no assurance that we're going to have an ROI on our money, return on investment. And if that's the case, how long will it take us to get an ROI on our money? You see, here, this is very, very different. We're living in days of technology. This is AI technology, Web 3.0. Every major company now has some type of an affiliate model. Target has an affiliate model. Amazon has an affiliate model. Walmart has an affiliate model. American Airlines has an affiliate model. So why?
Can we stop calling network marketing affiliate marketing? Because it's not the same. Like, I have an Amazon storefront. Those are all affiliate links. I put them in my thing, my description, in case anybody wants to check it out. But I don't make I don't make a whole lot of money doing it, but like, I'm not being like, but you should get one too, and then you can make money too. And then if that person makes money on their Amazon storefront, I would make more money on mine. Like, there's no pressure there. I'm not telling people to go open up a storefront or start a YouTube channel, so that way, if they're successful, I'm even more successful. There's that element is not there when you have affiliate links with companies. Can we stop saying that that's what it is? Because it's not.
Not at cost metals. So let's talk some requirements for having a successful company. Perfect timing. Man, we couldn't have chosen a better time. Costco selling 200 million a month, which means based on what's going on in the world, not just North America, in the world today, is driving consumers to this space. Perfect product. This is not a consumable. This is not a shake. This is not a patch or a get skinny pill. And I don't have anything against health products. My wife is a health coach, but that's not what this is.
Does anybody want to put in the comments what MLM they think his wife is in? She's a health coach, so what do we think? Like, prove it maybe, or I don't know who does the pink drink. See, I don't. Plexus, maybe Plexus. I don't know. Put your guesses in the comments. Let's vote.
No expiration date on gold and silver. And we've got the perfect business model. The company says we're not going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars running TV commercials and advertisement. We're going to allow everyday ordinary people, regardless of race, gender, religion, education, or background, to just simply share their membership experience if they choose to.
We're not going to spend any money on our marketing plan. We're going to create a system where it's free and people get their friends and family involved or attempt to. And let's just turn it into a pyramid scheme. It's like way cheaper for us on marketing because we can't think of a good marketing plan. Like, that's why. Like, if it's this good, why do you even have to spend that much money on marketing? Like, why do we have to do this part? Like, they make it sound like such a positive thing, but to me, it's like just company laziness. Like, on the surface, I mean, obviously, I don't know what it takes to run an MLM. I think what it turns into is like the rapid growth of the company because you have so many people talking about it and getting other people enrolled and kind of like tricking their friends and family into joining with them. So it's rapid growth of the company. Like the Olive Tree people, they keep saying how like they're the fastest growing MLM and whatever. Yeah, that's why, right? It's just it's a more rapid growth process and it gets more members. It's easier for people to be convinced by somebody they know than it is for them to be convinced by an ad. So if they just turn it into an MLM when they should have just worked with some influencers or something, like micro influencers, because they kind of come off as a little bit more trustworthy because they have a smaller following rather than like huge influencers. But I just like that he's like framing it as affiliate marketing when it is most definitely not.
With others, we'll redirect those dollars and pay them. It's the perfect business model. We talked about the company, new but seasonal. Not a lot of people know about us yet. Imagine if 30% of that 200 million buying at Costco's realize that they can get a better price from at cost metals, and that comes through your business. We're offering true at cost pricing on precious metal. We've got an incredible lucrative compensation plan, and where the residual income component is fueled when consumers trade fake money for real money, when they trade a lie for the truth, meaning buy precious metal. Let's talk about a comp plan very quick. It's a binary comp plan, meaning you have two teams, a left team and a right team, and you can't go wider than two. So it's only two teams, a left team and a right team. And those two teams will pay you infinite levels down from the bottom all the way back up to you. Every time a metals package membership is purchased, it pays a $25 direct, and 30 points goes into that two-team structure. Every time a metals plus package is purchased, $50 direct is paid out, and 100 points will fuel that two-team structure. If you're going to leverage this as a business, you're going to want to remain active. What are the things you need to do to become and remain active? We give you some choices. One choice is order what we call the $75 get ahead monthly coin every month. Okay, that's one option to remain active, and that's 20 points. Okay,
You have to remain active. So you have to buy a $75 coin. So this is automatically, if you want to run it as a business, not only is it going to cost you $149 a year or $399 for a year and a half, it's also going to cost you at least $75 a month to make $25 or $50. See how the math just like doesn't make sense? And unfortunately, people are going to run this as a business.
okay, so you need 20 QB points every month to remain active. Another option is to sell one membership a month, and it doesn't matter which one, and you can remain active. Or you can order from the specialty bullion below retail pricing. You just need to accumulate 20 points. Any of the specialty bullion is 1 to 50 points. Okay. Now, when you have 500 points on your left team and 500 points on your right team, it pays you a $500 cycle. You say, well, Antoine, where do the points come from again? 30 points on the metals package, 100 points on the metals plus package, 20 points on the $75 get ahead monthly coin, 1 to 50 points on the specialty bullion. 500 left, 500 right, pays you $500 cycle. Now, I know some of you are new to this space and you don't.
All right, sorry, I screwed up. I accidentally like exited. I picked up my phone to pause it and I accidentally hit forward. So this might rewind a little bit. Rewind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sorry if things are repeating when I edit this. I'm going to try to make it like cut exactly the same thing.
That's one option to remain active, and that's 20 points. Okay, so you need 20 QB points every month to remain active. Another option is to sell one membership a month, and it doesn't matter which one, and you can remain active. Or you can order from the specialty bullion below retail pricing. You just need to accumulate 20 points. Any of the specialty bullion is 1 to 50 points. Okay, now when you have 500 points on your left team and 500 points on your right team, it pays you a $500 cycle. You say, well, Antoine, where do the points come from again? 30 points on the metals package, 100 points on the metals plus package, 20 points on the $75 get ahead monthly coin, 1 to 50 points on the specialty bullion. 500 left, 500 right.
Okay, so let's do the math. Let's just say we want to do this like the easiest way, to sell the least amount of things, right? So to get the 500 points. So you would need to sell, because you need 500 points on the left and 500 points on the right. So to make this easier, we would need to sell 5 memberships of $3.99 and another 5 memberships of $3.99 on the other side to have 500 points. Now, I don't necessarily have to sell 5, right? I could sell 2, and then one person under me could sell 2, and then the other person under me could sell 1, but also I would have to repeat that on both sides. That is not going to be easy. Like, and that's just, ideally, that would be the simplest way to get that 500 points. And even at the simplest way, that's hard. And because you can get the points by, like, on each leg by buying and investing, like, people are probably going to be, like, asking their downlines and, like, stacking, like, hey, you should buy, like, this coin. It's only $50 because it'll get them the amount of points that they need to get that $500 bonus. Like they'll probably be like, I'll give you like $100 out of my $500 bonus and it'll like replace you buying that coin. Like I'm just seeing all the things that's gonna happen from people that are desperate from my experiences in an MLM, from the stacking things that were going on, where that has the potential and most likely will happen in this situation. And all of that's just very messy and gross and proving that it's not sustainable, that it's not attainable, and then again, it's not sustainable. It's just has ick written all over it.
Pays you $500 cycle. Now, I know some of you are new to this space and you don't get it and you may not quite understand. That's okay. You can earn while you learn. But just know there are people buying a ton of specialty bullion that will send points from the bottom of the tree all the way back up to you. There's been examples where people have bought $60,000 worth of specialty bullion, $20 worth of specialty bullion, $15,000 worth, $65,000 worth. And there's been up to 4,000 points from the bottom of the tree coming all the way back up to the top just from specialty bullion purchases from one member. We have the matching bonus, 10% match on personal referral team cycles for affiliates ranked silver or gold. What does that mean? Once you achieve the rank of at least silver, and if I'm one of your directs, every time I cycle and earn a $500 cycle bonus, you earn a 10% match. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, every single time. And let me tell you something, that is really, really big. There's been some situations where my directs have cycled before me and they are below me and they earn 500 and my first commission was $50 earning a 10% match. And I'm okay with that because those 50s, let me tell you, baby, they add. And then the company did something very different and unique. We don't have a master distributor.
Stop making it so clear that you just make money by doing nothing and letting your downline do everything. Like, it's just such a pyramid scheme, you know? Like, is that not what it sounds like to you? It's what it sounds like to me. Like, certainly my opinion is based on some sort of fact, but what? I just don't see how people don't see it. And I guess that's why I'm going over it to hopefully help people see it that this is not good.
Cost metals. They said we're going to take that top position and we're going to code it as a gold, and it will have the opportunity to grow over time, no different than your position or any other person's position. And guess what? They're going to take 50% of those commissions and they will split it equally amongst all those at the gold rank. Now, will that be big income today starting out while we're in soft launch? Probably not. But over time, can it grow?
I don't know. There's already almost 10,000 representatives. Like that's what you guys are getting, or you're about to have, like, and you probably only have realistically a few people at the top right now. Well, it's probably more than a few. I guess it depends on how it's broken down with those reps and how many are signed up underneath people and underneath people underneath people. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just does it. It just doesn't. Again, it just doesn't sound sustainable. And like, and every time after like a year and a half, like people are gonna either a year and a half, they might not renew the membership, and now you have to find somebody else to fill that gap. Like, this is not something, because it's not a consumable product. Some people are gonna be like, I'm only gonna invest this much, and that's it, and I'm done, and then I'll invest more later. Like it's not really gonna be sustainable. Just it's definitely not going to be sustainable.
Of course it can. No different than anyone else's business can grow. Speaking of ranks, how many do we have? We have 3. It's a very simple comp plan, which is why I can do these Zooms in 30 minutes. Affiliate, silver, gold. That's it. Here's some visual context to this. Here's you and you getting started. You want to become affiliate. What do you need to do? First, you need to be active. At least order a.
I love that they made it in the shape of a circle. So like people in the anti-MLM community would be less inclined to call it a pyramid scheme. Like, is that not the funniest thing that like you've ever heard in your life?
Every single month, or it makes you just have 20 QV. And then you need one membership cell left and one membership cell right. Let's focus on the blue. Now that you are an affiliate, you can earn up to $2,000 per week in income. The company pays out weekly. That's with 2 E's, not EA. That's the potential. Now, some will earn less, some will earn none, but that's the potential. You can't earn more than $2,000 a week. And if you do a little bit more, the company says, we'll pay you a lot more. Let's focus on the gray. You have 2 more directs that you introduce personally on your left and 2 more directs on your right. And remember, you can't go wider than 2. So they're falling below one another, and their volume is counting for the people that they fall below. So guess what? Now you're silver. As a silver, you participate in the 10% check match on the cycle bonus. So when any of your 6 cycle and earn $500, you're earning a 10% match, 50, 50, 50. And now you can earn up to $10,000 per week in income potential. Now,
Honestly, like they're talking that it's simple because you have only 3 ranks, but to me, like the fact that you have to have, in order to get that bonus, you have to have so many people on your right that are at this rank and so many people on your left that are at this rank, and then they each have to have so many points, and then you get $50 and $50 and $50. But then if you're at the other rank, you can't make more than $2,000 a month. Like, I'm confused. This to me is complicated. Excuse me, it only has 3 ranks, but damn it, I'm confused. Are you? Like, red flag. Hello.
bad, up to $10,000 per week. Let's focus on the goal. Do a little bit more, they pay you.
By the way, I like that he's like, that's why I can do these Zooms in 30 minutes. This shit's 50 minutes long, bro. It's almost an hour. You've almost doubled what you said you could do it in. This isn't 30 minutes. Like, what?
A lot more. If you introduce 3 additional more on your left, 3 additional more on your right, help one of them become silver left and a silver right. Now you are gold. You participate in the pot of gold. As that income grows over time, you participate on the 10% check match on your 12 directs when they cycle and earn 500. And now you can earn up to 30,000 per week in income potential. Now we're in soft launch, which means the company has not even launched everything yet.
That's just a big number to like sink people. You have the potential of making 30,000 a week. So like, absolutely, you'd want to run this as a business, right? That's such an income claim. And I know he says like potential, and like that's his protective language, but like, yikes. Like to tell somebody that that's even possible, like is going to get so many people's hopes up, and then it's just not going to be a sustainable thing. It's just not, and not a lot of, if any, there are not going to be a lot of people that make that. Like being that 1% of the company it's very, very few people are actually going to make it. And they are probably already in the company because there's already 9,000 reps. So those people already exist. Like anybody else that joins now is going to be making way less money. I know they're saying they're still in pre-launch, but they've already got 9,000 reps. And that's a lot. Like when you think about it, which means the people that are probably going to be at the top, that are going to be at that gold rank, they're already in the company. It's not going to be you, honey. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Now, I've always said that it takes leaders with vision to help people with dreams. Not everyone is a leader, and not everyone have vision. Not everyone. But for those who do, who have really, really had the faith and the belief and have built during the pre-launch, during the soft launch, there were people that maxed out at the 2,000 for the week as an affiliate. There were people that maxed out at the 10,000 for the week as a silver. There were people that maxed out at the 30,000 for the week as gold.
See, there's already people at the top 1% of the company, which means you're going to run out of people to recruit and get in there. So it's just not, nope, not going to happen.
What's the difference between them and you? Is it belief? Is it commitment? Is it faith? What is it? Because if they can do it, you can do it. It's just a matter of what are you willing to do, and are you willing to put in the work? And I don't call this heavy lifting. I know people that work a 9 to 5 that work a hell of a lot harder than people that are earning 30,000 a week here. Speaking of ranks, we've got some individuals that have hit the rank of silver. I won't call out all these names. It's quite a few of them. We've got pages of them, which means they have hit that level of silver where they qualify to build their business up to a max of at least 10,000 a week in income. What does it take to become silver? 3 direct left, 3 direct right. Help one of them become affiliate on your left and affiliate on your right, and you are now silver. What a great position to then just go and build an incredible business. Congratulations to these individuals that have hit the rank of silver. Just an outstanding job. Look at this. We've just pages and pages of silver. So don't tell me it can't be done. Oh, it can be done. People are doing it. They're doing it, which means if they can do it,
it can be done, but it can't be sustained. it's already been done, and now you're running out of people. You're going to start running out of people to recruit. Like, and there, not everybody is going to say yes. Some people are already in their own thing. Not everybody's going to want to run the business. They're just going to truly be like, oh, I'll just invest in some gold for a year and then be done with it. Like, it's not like all these silvers are not going to make it to gold. All these silvers might not be silver by tomorrow. All these silvers might, this might be the idea of like the career rank where they made silver 1 month and then they've only made it that 1 month. Like, he's leaving out that detail as well. Like, have these people maintained that silver rank every single month for the last 6 months? Probably not. Like, that information is left out.
You can do it. I'm just on page 5 of silvers, and it's growing. Let's talk about the golds. My goodness. For those who have hit gold, they're special. More commitment, more effort, which means they've helped others become silver. You see, they can't become a gold until they create some silvers.
More commitment, more effort. Yeah, they probably worked an awful lot. And again, you just talked about how you didn't have to do much. Like, you probably don't, because the people underneath you are doing it. But yeah, no.
And that's what they did. They're in position to now earn up to $30,000 per week in income. If they got it half right, would it be okay? Yeah, I think it would be okay. So congratulations to the newly promoted silvers and the newly promoted golds. Some additional information regarding our compensation plan. Points can begin to accumulate as soon as you are placed into the genealogy, and they can accumulate up to what? Your max-based rank, which means if you are just getting started, you're not affiliate yet. But once you hit affiliate, and even before you hit affiliate, those points can begin to accumulate up to the $2,000 for the weekend income. If you're a silver, the points can begin to accumulate up to the $10,000 for the weekend income. If you're gold, those points can begin to accumulate up to the $30,000 for the weekend income. And again, if you're new, you don't have to understand all this. Just get in position and earn while you learn. At cost means the price the dealer pays is the same price.
You don't have to know everything before you join a business or a pyramid scheme. Like, oh, you'll figure it out as you go. I don't like that. I hate that they always say that. Like, I know there are certain circumstances where you kind of got to just like jump in with the wolves or throw yourself to the woods and whatever, throw yourself to the wolves. You get it. Where like you do kind of have to like figure it out. But in this situation, it's just much more like risky to do that. Like, you're not, yeah, no.
The customer pays. Unused points, don't miss this part. Unused points remain intact as long as you are active after a cycle. They do not reset. Let me give you an example. Let's say you got 900 points on your left team, 700 points on your right team. Well, 900 and 700, 500 and 500 pays you what? A $500 cycle bonus. But what about the remaining 400 points on your left and the remaining 200 points on your right? As long as you're active, they carry over into the next commission week. They do not flush, which means you have to start all over again. They stay. That means you're that much closer to what? Cycling again. Pay period, Sunday.
They stay, but you still don't maintain your rank. It might be easier to get that rank if you do get sell that many points in one thing, but it's also going to be really hard to make that happen, like we talked about earlier, to get to that silver rank.
a.m. to Saturday p.m. Eastern U.S. We have a week in the hole. We compress on the direct and 10% match when it's appropriate, 75% hard cap on commissions to ensure the company stays open. Leadership in the field have input on the direction of the company, which means we have a voice. So the company has made this so easy, it's so simple that even a caveman can do it. And there are a lot of leaders that
get your own catchphrase.
Have created systems and tools which are designed to create duplication, which equals success. And there's a tool that I'm using called the Advancement Navigator. Now, you don't have to use this. This is a free tool. There's a paid option as well. But again, there are some leaders that have their own tools. So you get back with the person that invited you, just find out if they have any tools. And if they do, plug into what they have. Because systems are designed to create duplication, which equals what? Success. So plug into whatever that team leader has to offer. But if you don't have anything, to me, something is definitely better than nothing. This has been gamified. And you don't have to figure out, what do I say to somebody? I want to send something to somebody. It's all in the tool, in the app. It's in the Play Store. It's also in the iOS store. And if you were to use the Zoom link from the Advancement Navigator to introduce your prospect, when I end this meeting, guess what? it takes those prospects to your own personal digital business page with your picture on it, your phone number on it, your email on it, with your join link to your personal At Cost Metals referral page. And if they got any questions, they can type in the questions and it sends you an alert by via the app. Again, it's a free tool that you can use if you have nothing that we made available. And we have training on it every Friday from the company that actually created the tool at 1 p.m. Central. Now, there's two types of mindsets here for those of you that are guests. Before we hear from our CEO, hearing some incredible good news. For those of you that are guests, two types of mindsets. All you have to do is share with the person that invited you.
Okay, I stand corrected. This did only take him a half hour. Now we're gonna hear from the CEO, so I can't wait for that.
Either you have the mindset of a number one or mindset of a number two. As you can see, it's a 30-minute power Zoom. Not a lot of time. Because of our product and simplicity behind what we have, the business is easy. The person that invited you here, guess, how hard are they working? They didn't have to do much. They just simply invited you to be a fly on the wall and to listen. The mindset of number one says, Antoine, I'm in. I don't understand everything, but I'm willing to get in position, buy my membership, and earn while I learn. If that's you, get back with the person that invited you and tell them you are number one. Or you say, I just want to be a customer. I want to get the best price on precious metal. If that's you, get back with the person that invited you and tell them you are number one. There's nothing required of you. Just simply buy a membership and you can begin to purchase your gold and silver and have it shipped directly to your home. Mindset of number two, Antoine, this sounds great, but it's just simply not for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's not for you, saving money or making money, but I understand it's not for everyone.
Antoine, this is great, but it's not for me. Antoine, this is not great. This is confusing. This sounds like a pyramid scheme, and it doesn't sound like a good idea. Like that's it. There is a third option there.
Honest with that person that invited you because they thought enough of you not to prejudge you. They wanted to get you in front of 100% of the information so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. We're not here to convince anyone to do anything.
You know what's funny? Again, let's go back to the website thing. If you go on their website, like I said, like the About Us page and how it works page and all the other pages except for the page that shows the available metals like in the store or whatever, like they all just say coming soon. So it's like all the information is still not available. He can say that this is all the information, but to me, it's not. There's still information being withheld, especially when he's saying, well, you'll figure it out. You'll learn as you go. Like, yeah, no.
For people who are looking for what At Cost Metal has to offer. So with that being said, I'm going to stop my screen share for a moment, and I'm going to introduce an individual that I have a personal relationship with. My wife and I met this gentleman almost 5 years ago while I was in Vietnam. And what was interesting is he shared with me that he had some experience in the gold and silver and precious metal space. Never did I ever think I would be getting in the gold and silver precious metal space. And I don't think he even thought about getting back into the industry at that time. But we were leveraging a software in which my wife was one of the pro traders, and we built an incredible relationship over that period of time. Earned a significant amount of income, but the type of model that he created, it was safe. When most crypto companies out there were saying, give me your money and I can double it every month or 2 months, his model was saying, keep your money. We don't want your money. It was very different. And so we leveraged that opportunity at that time. And it wasn't until 10 months ago, when I came to Dallas from Vietnam, that I actually had a chance to go have lunch with this individual, my son and I, my oldest son. And we had a chance to hug and embrace one another. And you know what? We took pictures. 3 months later, my wife came and I got a place and he came over to the place. And I showed him where we were staying. And he says, you know what? I got the perfect table for you. Now, I'm sharing this with you. This was before.
We had a place and he came over to the place. I don't understand where this story is going. I thought this guy was the CEO, but then he's like, well, I introduced him. I'm very confused.
Before At Cost Metals. This was before At Cost Metals. He says, I got the perfect table for you. I'm like, no, my wife, no. We say, no, it's okay. He says, no, I got the perfect table for you. And it was the perfect table. He delivered this table. And he and I installed, we put this table together. I've cooked breakfast for this gentleman. Lunch, my wife has cooked. We've gone to dinner. We've just built an incredible relationship because I know who he is as a person. I know his character. I know his flaws. And for someone to be so transparent of his life and his faults, I was really thrown off. Especially while I was in Vietnam. I was really taken back.
I like literally don't care. Just what does this guy have to say? Like, none of this is applicable to, it's not pulling any strings for me to want to join. I know he's trying to be like, well, he's a great guy and he's a CEO, so trust him. But yeah, if you made it this far, I'm going to put the link for the Behind MLM the article about this where he talks about the CEO and how he's already done a company like this in the past, and then which makes me wonder because like it says he was out of the precious metals industry. So it's like he was out of it back in I think 2012, I think is what the year was at the on the behind MLM thing. So I don't know. Oz has all that information on there, so definitely go check it out. It's the information about the CEO that actually will help us make an educated decision, not this annoying story that this guy's telling us now, trying to like make us trust this guy because we shouldn't. We just shouldn't.
Because for someone who's been the president of a cryptocurrency company, I've flown groups to Dubai to meet with companies and owners, and I can tell you, I heard a bunch of BS at the end of the day. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. It wasn't what it panned out to be. But this gentleman is completely the opposite. It's not perfect, but I know his intent. And to me, the intent is important. So I'm so honored to be working with him. I've met his partner who has the same type of character, giving, generous, visionary, business guy, Mr. Troy Lacote. These guys, they know what they're doing and they know business. And so I want you to hear some exciting news. For some of us who have been here from the beginning, and there's some who is just getting started. You don't know what we've gone through when we just got started, but for those of you that are new, you would never know, and that's okay. But what an incredible time for all of us to hear about this exciting news. And it's not the best. The best is truly.
Shut up. I want to know. What's the news, Antoine?
Yet to come. So I want you to hear from my good friend, the interim CEO of At Cost Metals, Mr. Justin Davis.
Yes, sir. Welcome, everyone. Antoine, thank you so much for the presentation. As always, you nailed it. It was perfect. And it's been a couple weeks. I'm ready for some more barbecue, some hangout time. We've been busy, guys. We've been so busy.
We have lunch tomorrow.
We are having lunch tomorrow.
We have lunch tomorrow with the guests, yes.
Right in time. So, guys, I won't keep you guys. We're 7 minutes longer than normal, but I just wanted to share with you exactly what we've got. Antoine, you're going to have to pull up that PowerPoint again. I've got some screenshots for everybody.
I got you.
And it's as simple as it looks. Our shopping cart, waiting for one text, one phone call, one email, however it comes across, giving the stamp of approval on what we're doing. And this shopping cart goes live. So I woke up this morning fully expecting this to go. I've been on top of it.
Okay, so see, that answers a question that I was like confused about earlier about if it was live or not. So those silvers and golds have literally the only way that they have been able to rank up is to sell those and get those, like, to recruit people. It's so obvious that it's like a pyramid scheme because nobody has any physical product yet. Like, it hasn't even launched. He's saying that they're waiting. So the last 6 months at least that they've been in this pre-launch situation, maybe longer, nobody's been able to buy anything, but they've been able to rank up, proving that it's not about a product. Like, you guys, please don't join this company.
Nonstop all day. And I just want to show you guys exactly. This could happen in 3 minutes from now, or it could be 3 hours from now. I don't know. We're at that point, though. There's
or 3 months or 3 years. I don't know. And I'm just, we'll see.
Nothing left for us to do. It's just a matter of approval with our vendors. So let me show you this shopping cart. So first of all, our shopping cart is forward.
It sounds like Finmore when he was like, it was just when not him, but when the leaders of Finmore were like, oh yeah, it's just a matter of time before the store launches and we get all our vendors approval, or or the card will go out anytime as soon as we get our bank, partners approval. Like, and they just kind of keep stringing it along. Now, I don't know if that's something that this guy has said before. So that's something I haven't really been keeping track of, but you bet your ass I'm going to keep track of it moving forward to see if they just continue like stringing people along, or if it actually does launch into this store to buy these metals, or if they haven't been able to like make these contracts with these vendors to actually sell these at cost.
Meaning it's in the front of the website. It's not the front page, but we're proud of our pricing. We want everyone to see it. It's not hidden, and it's just right there up front. So that's a very, very important characteristic of a company that's proud of their pricing, is whether or not they show it to people, obviously. One thing I want you to notice is you don't see anywhere on our website or shopping cart where it says as low as, 1, 2, 3 pricing. The pricing that we show is the pricing that it is because we don't have a markup. There is no volume discount. It's just there. So it's just exactly however many you want, and that's what you get, right? So I want you to just be mindful of that as you're comparing our pricing. You'll see our price, and that's the bottom line price. And when you compare it to other companies or other vendors, et cetera, if it says as low as, go ahead and try to order one and see what that price is, because 99 times out of 100, it's a little bit different. So anyway, so that being said, let me walk through this. When you log into your site, click on the shopping cart, it will show you your ACM balance right here. It says account balance. And then as you're looking at our products, obviously it tells you gold, silver, the current price. This is a screenshot, so it doesn't reflect real-time pricing, obviously. The images on the left, if you want to zoom in, you've never seen a Silvertown Mint Buffalo round with no date on it, and you want to know what it looks like, all you've got to do is click that. It works really good to have it like this on mobile devices. So rather than spending a lot of time and energy on your phone to, scroll around, all the information's there, and it's 2024. So most people are using their phones nowadays anyway. So there's well over 60 different products in the shopping cart, and you can sort it by price. You can sort it by points, which is the way that we're going to do it. Guys, keep in mind, if it's got points beside it, it's specialty bullion. If there's no points beside it, it's at cost. Okay. So currently you've got the Britannias, kangaroos, things like that have points beside it. But like I've always said, the normal stuff that people buy, Eagles, 10-ounce bars, generic rounds, even kilo bars, Gold Eagles, Buffalo, not Buffaloes, but just the normal stuff is at cost. Okay. We do have a need for training. I saw a very good question that actually comes up all the time about at cost, and then someone says, spot price is $2,300 and they're selling it for $2,350. That's an education thing, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but every kind of metal has its own spot price, and every specific kind of metal has its own price relative to spot. So an eagle is a different price than a maple leaf, is a different price than a 10-ounce bar or a kilo. So they all have their own different pricing, and the quickest way to illustrate that for someone is, if I have 100 ounces worth of silver and I want to make 100-ounce bar, that's easy. And if I want to make 200 half-ounce bars with artistic design, that's a lot harder. So generally the smaller it is, the more expensive it gets. The more intricate the design, the more expensive it gets. So just keep that in mind. Our at-cost pricing is exactly at cost. So very simply, you see your account balance, you see the cart total. So as you're adding things to your shopping cart, cart total will go up, so you can get that as close to your balance as you want, or just spend whatever you want. But you choose your quantity. When you're done picking, scroll down to the bottom. And Antoine, if you could take us to the next page. There you go. That's what the next page looks like. So you'll have your default shipping in there, please, guys.
Depending on how intricate, if it's smaller, then it's more expensive because it's intricate, but it's still at cost. But like, if it's just about the gold and silver, I guess, yeah, he's right. I'm not educated in the value of gold and silver. So when they said earlier that, a fifth grader would understand, maybe not. Because I was just thinking, gold bars or whatever. So that's a very interesting thing, but it's all irrelevant when it could be good if it wasn't attached to a pyramid scheme,
This cannot be understated or overstated. It's that important. Your shipping information is your shipping information. We don't know where you live. You have to tell us where to send it. So the information on this page, literally and by definition, 100% dictates where your metal is shipped. Okay. So if you want it shipped accurately, please double check. If you have an apartment number or suite number, include that in street address 1. Okay, that's the easiest way to do that. States should have 2 characters, both.
Okay, literally, we know how to do this. Has anybody ordered anything before? Why is he acting like nobody's ordered anything? Make sure you put your address in there correct. Yeah, no shit.
Uppercase. It makes it easy for computers to read that as that mail is processing. It automates things. So the more accurate and clean your shipping information is with capital letters, punctuation, etc., the better off we all are. Okay, if your selection, everything that you've purchased in your shopping cart section or shopping cart, if there's points, you have to tell us which side you want them on. Okay, and that is you telling us. So that is something to think about. If you're getting something with points, tell us where to put those points. Okay, it's a very simple thing to do, and it's critically important. And then
It's not an automatic matrix like some of the other new MLMs that we've seen. Oh, what a bummer.
of course, down at the bottom, you'll see the summary. This was really just a down and dirty so that we could create some information. And then once you're all set and you verified all your shipping information, you place the order, boom. From there, you go to, and I don't think I sent you the screenshot for this one, Antoine. It pulls up the order history page. You have the PDF with the summary and all the information. It updates in real time. Obviously, the order would be paid for because you can only purchase things from your ACM balance. So if you send a wire, your balance goes up. If you earn a commission, your balance goes up. If you mail in a check, it takes a lot longer to get here, but it's a very economical way to do it.
Isn't the commission fake money though? Remember that?
Goes into your balance goes up. That's what you can spend. Okay. So very, very clean way to do it. And as soon as we get this, guys, I was hoping and praying that we get this up before the call. It's not up. It's just one text away. I know everybody's been waiting. I know everybody's excited. I fully believe we could put 10,000 more people in by this time next week. This time next week. That's how confident I am. Okay. So we've got a video explaining all of this, and we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep the pricing at cost. Our specialty bullion will be at typical retail pricing, and let's change the world. That's where I'm at. Antoine, back to you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Awesome. That's fantastic news, JD. Thank you so much for the hard work for you, Troy, and the tech team. I know it has not been easy. I understand the hurdles and the bumps, but you know what? The best is truly, truly yet to come. This is not my first experience. I've worked with you before, so I know that you will prevail. I know you.
Well, I'll tell you something, Antoine. This is funny because they said, people, they'll never launch. They'll never get a credit card processor. They'll never get we're well over 10,000 people, by the way. We need to update that slide.
I know. I always say time will either promote you or expose you. And it's just a matter of time. There are people say we wouldn't be here 3 months.
They don't think they've been exposed. It's fine. We'll change that. We'll change it.
Wouldn't have MasterCard and Visa, all of that. People would never get metal. Well, guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what? So,
yeah. We're definitely selling a lot of metal. And this is just.
How are you selling a lot of metal when you just said that the store is not launched yet? God, I'm confused. What is he talking about?
The beginning, guys. As you'll notice in the email that went out today, it says this is the final soft launch update. It's the last one. Everything else from here on out is the actual launch. As soon as we get a few more things tidied up, after the shopping cart, then we'll focus on our first big convention. International shipping, obviously, biggest priority, and looking forward to seeing you in person, you, Antoine, and everyone on this Zoom.
So I think it's important. Thank you, JD. I think it's important that people understand if you want to buy more than $500, obviously ACH is coming. That's the next big step. Other than that, you would need to send a wire or send in a check if you want to do more than 500 via MasterCard and not pay the MasterCard fee. So you can definitely wait for the ACH, or you can do a wire, or you can send in a check. Am I correct in that?
Commissions.
Or you can use your commission. So those are the options. But once the ACH happened, then you're just simply going straight from bank to bank. Okay, guys, that's the updates that we have. Again, we have these 30-minute power Zoom every Tuesday, every Thursday, giving you a chance to get under the spout where the information comes out. Take care, everyone, and God bless.
So that's it. That is the final Zoom update. I just think it's so pre-launches are so wild to me. I just feel like it's a tool just to create a bunch of hype in case it actually fails or doesn't last long, because it is bringing a bunch of money to the CEO and these leaders like at the top of the pyramid, that it's bringing a bunch of money for them, and then it's like they're gonna make their money and then bail. So, and I hope people don't get scammed, but I know it's going to because of the business model. It is proven to be very not effective, and more people lose money than make money. And so just make sure you get all your ducks in a row. Make sure you look at your own budget, even if you are looking into investing in precious metals, whether it is through this company or through Costco or whatever. Look at your budget. Make sure you're not going into debt over this type of thing. Make sure you're paying off your debt first, so that way you can move forward with your life and see. I know that's hard. I'm in debt. I get it. I feel it. It's make sure you're talking to a financial professional, and not just taking my advice, obviously, because I'm far from a financial professional, but take advice from them before you start doing something like this. Even just the investing in the metals part. Obviously, don't even take my advice and don't join a pyramid scheme. But when it comes to investing and stuff, make sure you talk to a professional before you take that leap, and make sure you're going the right direction. You are investing the amount that you have and you can budget for, and all those things. So, that's it. I guess I'm gonna check on them definitely in the next week or so and see if that's actually launched. And then maybe we'll get in there and kind of dive a little deeper and see if once it's launched, if they even have more information on the website. It's funny to me that they say it's going to launch like any hour, but their website is still incomplete. So I'll check up on that in the next couple of days when I have some time. And I'll get back to you guys with that information. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Yeah, I guess I will see you on the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day or whatever it is that you're watching this. Bye.